So I was about a week away from beginning my career as a middle school teacher, and I'd already decided on the most important thing I was going to have to decide on all year, and that was the first day of school clothing. And I decided I wanted it to be something like this. It was the jacket that told administration, I'm an adult and you can trust me in the classroom. And then the casual which told the kids, hey, but I'm cool and laid back. It's going to be a fun year. Don't worry about it. Well, somewhere between making that decision and the first day of school, here's what happened. I was driving down the road with an incredibly full bladder, and I was on my way to Tammy and Andy Reed's house where I was living, which is a different story. And I get in the kitchen, and Tammy has all of these boxes lined up. And I said, what's in the boxes? She said, open them up, you'll love it. So I start opening them up, and sure enough, everything in it was like, would be like the coolest collection item in anyone's sports collection. I opened the first one up, and it's a bat autographed by Willie Mays, then a robe autographed by Muhammad Ali. And sure enough, Andy comes in the room, and he says, hey, at the bottom of that box is my Coach of the Year trophy. Can you reach it? So I give him the old, yeah, I got like really long arms. I could reach it. So if you need a receiver this year, you know, just in case he doesn't get that joke every day. So we get the trophy, and we bring it over to the counter, and it's wrapped in bubble wrap and that tape with the string in it. It's real tough to open, and I'm standing there, and he's watching me open it, and for whatever reason, I started getting like real self-conscious about how I opened it. I didn't want to scratch the trophy, and so I'm going really slowly. So finally, he grabs the new Cutco knife and says, here, use this. I'm thinking, okay, now he's in a rush. So I put my hand here, rip right through the bubble wrap, the tape, and my finger. So now I'm looking inside of my finger, and I'm like sort of freaking out a little bit. And to make matters worse, I look up at him, and he's looking at me real calmly. Well, when I'm freaking out, I need everybody else to be freaking out along with me, because that's the cue to me that says, hey, we're going to take care of this. This is a huge problem. But he's not doing that. I realize here's the guy that sees like heads turn around, then he sends them back into the game. So I thought, well, okay, so I need to let him know how serious this is. And I said, I think I need to go to the hospital. And he said, okay, well, do you mind if Crosby takes you? Well, you don't know Crosby, but at the time she was 16 years old, just got her license. And at that time, you weren't calling shotgun in her car even when your blood was on the inside of your body. So I start freaking out a little bit more. And then I wrap it up, and Tammy comes down, and they're holding me. I said, I'm going to pass out. I'm going to pass out. And they're going, come on, because they're a little bit tougher than I am. So they seat me down on this wooden chair. Sure enough, I pass out. Well, anyone who's passed out probably knows that you start coming to after a little while, and you could hear what's going on around you. You have a little bit of body movement, but no communication skills. So my butt's starting to hurt as I'm waking up, and I'm shimmying down. They yank me back up. I shimmy down, they yank me back up. I can hear Crosby on the phone with 911, and I can't get myself to come to, and then it hits me like a ton of smelling salts. Tammy says to Andy, he peed his pants. So the stretcher comes. They start taking me away. I give Andy the thumbs up and say, open the trophy for me, coach, like I was some hero. They take me to the hospital. I cut through some ligaments, tendons, nerves, and the next day I get to see Andy, and I get to hear the story through his point of view. He said, well, all I know is you're opening the trophy. Next thing I know, you're on the chair. Your eyes are fluttering backwards. I'm smacking you in the face going, don't do it, don't do it, don't do it. Next thing I know, you pee on my foot. First day of school comes. And instead of being the cool teacher, like I wanted to be like that Glee guy, instead I have to wear like this like wide open shirt so that I could get my ace bandaged hand through, the finger that had to stay above my heart for 2 weeks, and walk around and convince them like, hey guys, no, I'm really cool other than this. This is gonna be great. So instead of being the cool teacher, I was the teacher that had no door stoppers in his room. Thank you. And literally in stitches. Thank you.